What ride are you most looking forward to at Disney, or what are you most looking forward to about Disney? Hello folks and welcome to today's vlog. Specifically, welcome to another edition of Kev, Andy, Amy and Dave, who's in the other room because Andy's eating, survive the evening without Anna. She's at work, she's just gone to work actually. These two have just got home. That really hurt, I still can't put my arm behind my back properly. These two have just got home, Anna's just got to work, she's there until 10 o'clock tonight, and then that's her last day at work until after our holiday. She's got 2 weeks off, or a week off. It works out about 2 weeks because she only works 2 days a week, but I think she's officially only got 2 days off work. But she's off from tonight until way past, well, like 3 days past us getting back from Disney. I've been working all morning. I've got 11 Football Manager videos queued up to render out in the garage. I've not recorded them all today. These are the ones that I've been stacking up over the last 2 or 3 days. I only have one more to do now, which I'll be recording tomorrow morning, and that's my work done until after we get back, and I can just focus on the vlog, Comic-Con, the panel we're doing there, and of course, Disney. But the three of us have an evening to get through first. Andy is particularly keen to get back on the Disneyland game. That still hurts, why do I keep doing that? Andy's particularly keen to get back on the Disneyland game. And apparently Zuma. You have to choose one.
Zuma.
Perhaps not the Disneyland game then. Andy is particularly keen to play Zuma, so we'll do a little bit of Zuma. Me and Amy have got the biggest pizza in the world to have for tea. The biggest pizza in the world. I don't know if this is an offer that's in all Tesco's, but in our local Tesco they have like a pizza the size of a bin lid, plus 2 sides, some dips and some drinks for a tenner. It's quite a good deal. It's not burned!
What dips did you get?
It's just all garlic and herb.
Oh yeah.
People with the comments, is that toast burnt?
Yeah.
No, it's not! That is not burnt!
No. And that's like the perfect.
I just don't do it right.
Nah.
So he's on crisps now. If Anna had made that exact toast, if she'd have made it, he'd have been fine eating it. We both do it the same way. Chloe's setting in the toaster, put it in, turn it over, put it in again. When she does it, it's fine. When I do it, apparently it's burnt. This is 2 weeks in a row. He's rejected my toast. I might just start refusing to make it for him from now on. That's probably a bad idea. Delicious pizza consumed, enormous pizza consumed, so much so that we've had to save pizza. We're not the kind of people who have leftover pizza normally, but you've got some cold pizza for your lunchbox tomorrow. And if anyone questions that, we all know. Cold pizza's
the best pizza.
Cold pizza is better than hot pizza, exactly.
Definitely.
Sometimes I will cook a pizza or order a pizza hours earlier than I plan to eat it, just to let it go cold so that I can have it in its best state.
Yeah, you cook it earlier so then you can let it get cold.
Exactly. It's just the best. I wouldn't want raw pizza. It's weird. You have to cook it and let it go cold.
Yeah, you can't just not cook it.
Yeah, it's odd.
That'll be weird.
Cold pizza. But we have done our usual evening activities when Anna's not here, of just watching lots of Disney stuff. So we watched, what have we watched? We're currently watching a tour of the Disney Village.
We watched the fireworks. Ah,
yes, the fireworks. Andy actually put, while we were eating our dinner, we put the fireworks on because that's my biggest, I won't say my biggest worry, but the thing I think Andy might struggle with the most is staying out late until it gets dark to watch the fireworks. I know he really wants to, but it's a long wait. It's past his normal bedtime, so I'm trying to get him extra excited and extra looking forward to the fireworks. Didn't even need to try, put them on, and he closed his laptop, put his iPad down, just sat. I've never seen him just sit there watching the telly without a device in his hand.
He kept asking to do it.
Yeah, he wanted to go tomorrow. He wanted to get his shoes on.
Yeah. And
just go. So he is very much ready for the fireworks. As soon as they were done, he's gone off upstairs to do Andy things. But he was, yeah, fireworks. Much excitement for those. We're watching a tour of the Disney Village. We watched another tour of the room we're staying in.
Yeah.
Which we now realise there's 2 different versions of it that are kind of reverses of each other.
I mean, you never know, there could be a third.
There could be a third.
There could be a fourth.
But we'd watched this one video like 2 or 3 times to get an idea of what the room was like. and this one was different. So.
And it literally wrecked my brain. I was like, that's not.
Well,
how
not
I
even
did
so
it.
much for you, but for him, he's expecting, because I've shown him that other video so many times.
Maybe
So
show him that when we.
Yeah,
Well, he
'cause-
watched it, didn't he? Did he watch
Yeah, he watched that one as well, because he's expecting the room to be a certain way, stuff in certain positions, and if it's all flipped around and reversed, we need to prepare him for the fact that that's a possibility that could happen. But that's not why we turn the camera on. Turn the camera on to ask you the questions or the question that whenever I've done a Q&A in the last like 3 months, there's always been a question for you and Lucy, and obviously you're never with me when I do Q&As, so I'll ask it to you now. And it's always some kind of variation on what ride are you most looking forward to at Disney, or what are you most looking forward to about Disney. So we know I'm super excited about just the whole experience and the magic-y stuff. We know Andy's super excited about the train that's not happening, and the fireworks and the castle. But what are you most excited about?
Right, so I am really excited for the whole thing. Like, that is just, it's amazing. But there are 2 things that I'm really excited to do. So I really want to go to the castle. Because it's just like, I mean, who wouldn't want to
We
go
learnt
there?
today, or I don't know if you were around when we learnt today, but in Paris it's Sleeping Beauty's castle.
Is it?
Apparently the one in Florida is Cinderella's castle. This one is Sleeping Beauty's castle, and there's a dragon under it.
Wow.
So you want the
then-
castle?
Yeah, and then my second thing, I really want to meet the Disney princesses. Desperately.
See, up until yesterday, I thought that was going to be a bit of a problem, trying to get him to agree to doing that. But if you haven't seen his Through Andy's Eyes video from yesterday, you should go and watch it. It's 15 minutes long. You don't necessarily have to watch the whole thing, because it's him playing an Xbox game, Disneyland Adventures, holding the camera up. I didn't know this was happening. I sort of set up some proper screen recording for him, but he just held the camera up while he played it and then handed me the camera when I got home and asked me to put it on his channel. But it's basically him exploring Disneyland.
Hang on, isn't this the game where you turn into different characters, or you meet with different characters?
Yeah, you meet with different characters, and he was in this video that I was watching it through and I was editing it. He literally is going from princess to princess and meeting them and giving them a hug, and then going off to find the next one. So he's going around and deliberately finding them. So I'm now thinking that if he's using that to plan how he wants to spend his week there and what he wants to be doing, once he's done the train and tram bits and seen the castle and seen the fireworks, I don't think he's going to be as averse to meeting characters as I originally thought he would be. So fingers crossed we'll get to meet some princesses.
I just want to meet Cinderella and Ariel.
Ariel, the soap powder.
No.
No?
The mermaid.
Oh, can you swim then?
Yeah, I can swim.
Because you have to dive into the sea to find her, won't you?
Uh-huh. I have to dive into the sea to see her.
Well, how is she going to meet a mermaid?
Well, she's not a mermaid the whole movie.
Oh, no, I've not seen it.
Yes, you have. I used
Not
to
seen
watch
it all the way
the
through.
time.
Yeah, I know, that's why I've just sort of put it out of my head. I've never sat down and watched that film all the way through, but I know all the songs from them being around in the background from when you were little. Same as The Lion King. I don't think I've ever watched that all the way through, but I used to watch it constantly. God, Dave just made me jump. Go let him in. I just jumped out of my skin there. That was insane. It's not like it's the first time I've ever heard him bark.
Oh, I love The Lion King. That
Hello.
is my favourite movie ever. Like,
Don't stop being destructive, Dave. Come over here.
David, come here. I'll be on camera.
Yeah, you're going to come and say hello to everybody.
Camera.
Dave's got his holiday coming up next week as well. He's going to his doggy health spa, getting a haircut and a groom while he's there as well. So he gets to hang out with the other dogs and go for like 3 walks a day and never go inside unless he wants to. So he loved it. When we went to Birmingham earlier in the year, he loved it there. So you want castle? Did you say castle?
I said
castle. Princesses.
And then the overall experience.
Is there any rides? Have you looked at the rides? Do you know what rides there are? Is there any you're really looking forward to?
There was one, I can't remember what it's called. It was the Buzz Lightyear one.
Yeah, that was the one I was
That's
most
not
looking
on.
forward to, and that's closed for renovation. As I'm watching more and more videos, I like the look of It's a Small World. That just looks cool.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah.
And I want to get Anna on the Tower of Terror. I'm not going on it.
I'm not going on that.
But I want to get her on it. Andy, I want to go on it because it's a lift, isn't it?
Oh, that sounds
I think that is that.
cool.
What is that? The one that's a lift that then just goes and drops down.
God, I'd be sick.
Andy will love that, and I think she wants to go on it as well. So trying to convince you to go on it, because my theory
I
is...
will never go in a lift ever again.
Because I don't do roller coaster stuff. A, I don't like them, and B, I'm really not supposed to with my high blood pressure, and doubly not supposed to with my shoulder. I do fit in them, you monster. Do you hear her? Sheesh.
Disneyland.
It is Disneyland. But my plan is when they're on rides,
in May.
I'll set one of them up with a GoPro, but that's when I go and do my B-roll and my time lapses and things, so I need to take advantage of rides.
I'm also telling you now that I will cry if I meet Disney princesses.
Oh, you're all going to cry. It's constant crying.
Annika bought me and her waterproof mascara.
I know. Andy!
Oh.
Andy, what are you looking forward to at Disney?
Paris.
You want to go to Paris, do you? Possibly not the best way I could have worded that. How do I word that question with him? I kind of have to name things and see if he's excited about them, I think. We'll leave that. I know he's excited about everything. Are you looking forward to the fireworks?
Yeah.
Yeah. He sat and watched them and loved it. Right, I'm going to leave these two to not be on camera. I'll check back in with you a little bit later on, but I'm kind of just pottering around because I've got, of my 11 videos from earlier that are rendering, 6 have now rendered, the other 5 are still going, so I've got those 6 set to upload, and then I've got the task of sitting there with my social media stuff and YouTube and making thumbnails and scheduling all those to come out at the right time over the next 2 weeks. So I'm bound to get that wrong. If you watch my Football Manager stuff too, stuff comes out on the wrong day at the wrong time. I did my best. Are you watching EastEnders?
It's on London.
Oh, you're just looking at London, are you?
He was watching Grey's Anatomy earlier.
What, is that you two who've influenced him to do that?
Well, no, see, I was watching it, and then he heard it was like Grey's Anatomy and put it on his laptop.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, see, I haven't influenced him on that.
Haven't influenced her. I literally saw it on hers and then put it on.
Yeah.
He's changed his mind. He doesn't want us to play Zuma after all. Not in your mouth, Andy. So instead, he wants to do Disneyland Adventures again. And it looks like he's making a second consecutive video for his channel about Disneyland Adventures.
Through Andy's eyes.
On Through Andy's Eyes, yeah. I'm going to have to leave you to do it without me filming you because copyright and whatnot. What are you doing? Leave the SD card in? And if what Anna told me last night is anything to go by, this is going to be him for the next half hour or so now. So I'm just going to leave him to it. It's his way of preparing himself for where we're going next week. And that's fine by me. Are you just filming the credits?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Credits now watched, so he's back to running around the parks, meeting characters and filming it all. If you want to see exactly what he gets up to, check Through Andy's Eyes, his channel, and the whole video will be on there at 6 o'clock today.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
On Wednesday.
Yeah, on Wednesday. And with that, Andy is in bed, Amy is in the shower, and I'm getting caught up on some Football Manager and some Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So, I think we're going to end the vlog there. If you have enjoyed it, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for more daily vlogs. And thank you very much for watching.